What is going on, everyone? This is the Kompetitor here to show you a quick zoning tutorial for MK11. I'm going to show some specific examples of, just Cetrion zoning, what you can do to get around it, talking about risk and reward, and all kinds of stuff related to zoning. There are reads that the players must make on offense and defense that dictate how the match will go. Positioning is super important. Character choice is super important. Like, you could pick Scorpion and just make this matchup a lot easier by teleporting on reaction to everything. But some people don't want to take that way out, because what if you're in tournament and, it's tied 2-2, or it's tied like 2-1 or something, and you pick Scorpion, but then you win and they switch off to a bad matchup. I mean, I don't think Scorpion has bad matchups in this game at this moment, but you know what I'm saying. So this is how to get around zoning as a Rushdown character. As Johnny Cage, you have some decent get-in moves like Shadow Kick, but they could be risky on a read. Sub-Zero Slide, similar moves like that. So let's hop right into this. Okay, so getting around zoning can be very frustrating. You're just sitting here holding all this chip damage, right? Now, one thing you can do is, study your opponent's patterns, right? If they keep doing something, like if you notice every time after the, EX fire thing, they always throw an up rock, right? Use that as your chance to shadow kick or just dash in or something else. Now, this can obviously be dangerous, but the worst that you're going to do is eat a grounded boulder. It's much safer than, trying to make the read and jumping over a regular boulder just to get hit by the crushing blow. I mean, that's 32% of your life gone because you made the wrong read. So whenever you're jumping versus a character like Cetrion who has an air crushing blow, you always want to be careful. Because making the right read could mean life or death in this situation. Like, if you know she's not going to do up rock from this close, boom, that's a full combo. Otherwise, you're just going to die getting hit by the up rock. And even, you got to learn your spacing on, getting over the mid rock too, because that covers a lot of distance. Cetrion that Shujinkydink mainly uses. She has access to a low ground pound. It hits low. Now, it's pretty strong because it gives her a mix-up in one of her strings, which ends in an overhead. Now, it doesn't lead to a lot of damage, but zoners will take anything they can get since combos aren't really their specialty. So they have some option, albeit risky, when you get in. But I wanted to talk about getting around projectiles, getting around zoning, all kinds of stuff like that. So, the ground pound, it seems really good. It seems really annoying to deal with, especially when she has air projectiles and other stuff she can do. But, I'm going to show you guys a little something that I wish I would have known a few weeks ago from Combo Breaker. So, this is a double hitting low, right? If you block the first hit, you can actually jump out. So if you see a Cetrion go for ground pound, right, you could actually punish her for doing it if you block the first hit of it. It's actually really powerful, because like from back here, you can't really reversal. I don't know about with other characters, but I know you can't with Johnny. But being able to dash in, you can't really do that off of it, nothing else. So jumping is your best option. Just react to it. And look, boom, from full screen, look at that. That's a lot of distance to get covered just off of that. And it really helps to getting Cetrion towards the corner, which is going to be your main focus against this variation. Now, off of ground pound, let's say you get tagged by it, right? Then she's going to continue her zoning, which is frustrating, albeit that pushes you back, you know, you're gonna have to block rocks, etc. But if we're full screen, right, and you take advantage of this, if you take advantage of the low ground pound gap, you know, jump, just hold that. Look at that, you're in her face pretty much. Okay, just hold the chip damage, you'll get in. Big punish, you know, take advantage of that. And look, now she's in the corner. So, that's just one way you can get in versus this character, because I know ground pound gimmicks out a lot of people. Zoning is very scary to get in on, because not only are you making reads against their defense, but they're making reads on your offense. Now what I mean by that is every decision they make could be life or death for them. Depending on the projectile they use, the anti-air they try to use, the read they go for, it could mean a jumping into a full combo. It could mean a combo that sends them all the way to the corner where their character is not as strong. It could mean losing screen position. Anything of the such. So, if they read, you know, Johnny Cage is going to shadow kick, right? They have ways to bait that out of the opponent. I'm sure in other games you've seen characters throw out a jab, then block, and, you know, bait a teleport or something. You know, you're throwing projectiles. Like, I even do it as Johnny. Like, I'll dash up projectile, dash up block, you know, throw out a jab, and then bait a teleport or some kind of movement. But as Cetrion, you know, she has tools also that can help with this. So, her up rock, well, just her rock in general, my bad, up rock's MKX, that's Tremor. Forget that. Screw that game. But, Cetrion, she can actually cancel her rock throw, which a lot of a fighting game is reaction based, right? So maybe you see the standing one, you're like, oh, I'm not going to fall for that, I'm not going to shadow kick in. But then you see her lift her hands above her head. Now this is where the reactions really come into play. Because you are so worried, you're like, oh my god, here comes the boulder, shadow kick. And then, boom, full combo punished, you're pushed full screen, it's game over, work your way back in. So that's another important thing that Cetrion has, is being able to cancel that. Because like I said, maybe it's not the fastest cancel or whatever, but if your opponent's truly just trying to react to the arms going up, throwing the projectile, then that's going to catch them off guard, and they're going to get screwed over by it. So that's what I mean by making offensive and defensive reads. It's dangerous on both parties, but very rewarding for either. Because if that hits, then boom, I get to dash in on knockdown. If she blocks it and punishes, I'm set full screen, resetting the situation. Here is how just holding on to a zoner's pressure for a while can reward big payoff. So we're going to just walk our way in and block everything, right? We're not going to take any risk jumping because we don't know if she's fishing for the fatal blow. And right there you see we failed. Because we didn't take advantage of a simple thing. So let's retry. Alright, pushed back. Alright, zoning. Zoning. That's a free jump in. Okay, but we're scared. We didn't know what she was going to do. Maybe she would air to air. Okay. Ooh, that's a punish. So then look at that. She is full screen in the corner in a favorable position. Now, while you look at the health bars, right? I may have lost about 15% or so to eating projectiles. Now, that's a lot better than jumping in early and eating a 32% crushing blow. It's better than getting hit by a projectile and sent full screen again. It's better than getting caught by, you know, the air projectile or something like that. Now, her health, obviously I got a full combo, which was around 30%. A lot more characters can make that a lot more devastating. But the point is, I'm in. I got in from full screen by being patient. I punished, I jumped over her ground pound. You got to make use of every little thing that you know in the matchup. And then I punished her attempt at trying to frame trap or do something afterwards. She was trying to get a knockdown, but, let's say I blocked it, jumped in, punished, all kinds of stuff like that. The most important thing is we took away her positioning. Now, taking away her positioning is key to winning, okay? Because Cetrion wants you as far away as possible. She just wants to throw rocks, little kid on the schoolyard. Just throwing some rocks at you. You're on the slide at the playground. You just got to slide down in. You got to get in her face and put her in the corner. Because this is where you win as a Rushdown character. This is where you want her. So by being patient and, losing some life to zoning, you got a much bigger payoff than her doing that chip damage. And that's the goal versus zoners. I'd like to thank you guys all for watching this. I hope it helped a little bit. Remember to follow me on Twitter at TheKompetitor, and it's the same on YouTube. I also stream on Twitch. You could find the link in the description. But I really want to give a big shout out to Shujinkydink for allowing me to, help out and use his platform. But also, I wanted to mention, Shujinkydink is like a brother to me. He's an amazing leader for his team, simply the best. I'm proud to be on. And he started something amazing with the Bonehawks. So I just want to help give back. I want to try to spread some of my knowledge and help others too. So I appreciate all of you guys sitting through this and watching. I really hope you take away some key things from this, and I really hope to see you beating Shujinkydink next time you play him in ranked. Hashtag Bonehawks.
Accept your death.